Hi guys, welcome to my channel if you're new. If you've been here for a little bit, you know that I do some readings every month. Different things, depends on what comes up, how much time I have, different things. But I know sometimes a lot of people get confused over certain aspects of tarot. So over the next couple weeks, I'm going to do some shorter videos just so that you understand a little bit more about the cards themselves. I'll go into different things about how we read them and whatnot. This video in particular is going to be how we choose decks because there are lots of varieties. I'm going to show you some different ones. Then we're going to learn about some different elements and how we cleanse the cards. And then I'm going to explain to you different ways that we actually read them. So first thing we're going to talk about is choosing your deck. So the Rider-Waite is going to be the most popular one. That's the one that we all, know and love. We know the basic images from this one. It's like the classic deck, or it's been around for quite a while, and most of the imagery on the decks that you see are based off of the imagery here. And in how do you read them, a lot of it has to do with the imagery. So that's really important in what, how you choose your decks. For example, this is in the Rider-Waite, this is the Magician. We know this one if you've watched any readings, done any readings, if you read yourself. This is basically the classic Magician card. But then that would be in the Rider-Waite. But then, for example, we have the Light Seers deck, and it's going to look like this, which is very different. And then, for example, again, in the Casanova deck, it's going to look like this, which again is completely different. My suggestion would be, especially if you're using books or anything like that to read them, most of the books and all are going to be based off of the Rider-Waite. So if you're just beginning with learning how to read them, or if you're trying to read for yourself, that might be your best place to start, because then once you know the images and you know the meanings and different things like that, then you're able to transfer them across to the different decks. Okay, when I cleanse my cards, I try to use all of the elements. I also try to keep the elements on my table as I'm doing it. So the elements, we use fire, earth, water, air. So for fire, first I use sage. This is a white sage. Sage, there's all different ones. There's red sage, blue sage, and it's dried herbs that are usually, packed up in a bundle like this, and you're going to light it. And I use sage to cleanse my house too. I have lots of people that are always in and out of my house, and I don't like to leave any lingering energy. So I use my sage to cleanse the house. The right way to do that would be to light it, go around the house, tell anything that's there that you don't want there anymore that it's welcome to leave. Keep the doors and the windows open and just kind of send it out that way. This will smoke a lot and it leaves quite a bit of an odor, and not everybody likes that. So just be careful with when you're using sage. But sage will get rid of any bad negative energies and kind of just cleanse the space in the area for you. So sage is first. Palo Santo. It is, I love Palo Santo. First of all, I love the smell. But then I love it because it raises the vibration. It brings in the energy to be able to read better, to use your intuition better. Feathers. Feathers is the air element, because we will use that, the fire, after we light things like this. You can also keep a candle lit. Various colors of candles have different meanings. Easy to Google and look that up. But then I use feathers. I have a bird. So I take some sometimes that when he's molting, we'll save some of the really pretty ones. This was one that a friend gave me, and I will use it to move the energy as I'm saging and things like that, just to kind of get everything to go where it's got to go. As far as water goes, I do several things with water. I live in Florida now, but I've always been a beach person, and we collect shells every time we go to different beaches. So usually I will just leave an old shell with a little bit of water sitting in it. You could put salted water in it, leave it sitting there, and that also will absorb any of the negative energies that are around that might be blocking your intuition from being able to come through. What I do too is I also make a spray. It's a sage spray. You can use water in there, mix half and half with witch hazel. The reason you don't want to use just water when you're using essential oils is water and oil doesn't mix. So you're going to need an emulsifier. That means if you see the spray, you can see that it's kind of separated, so it always gets shaken up because the oil will come to the top and the water stays at the bottom. So when you put the emulsifier in there, you just shake it up each time, and it allows the water and the oil to combine so that it'll come out the right way in the spray. What I'll do is I'll spray the surrounding area. Just get yourself a little sage, essential oil. Doesn't have to be anything expensive because we're not consuming it or putting it on our bodies or anything. So it doesn't have to, like I said, it could be very inexpensive. It will still get the job done. Put it in your spray bottle and you can spray around the house. I will spray around the table. Obviously, we're not going to spray the cards themselves, but the general area is okay. Another way that I cleanse is using certain crystals. Selenite is one of my favorites. Reason being, it's a self-cleansing crystal. So when you use it, you can, I just take it and I literally will take the decks and I'll just kind of go around them with it. And I do this after I do readings for other people or at the end of the day, or if I feel like they just need to be cleansed for any reason. And that's, I use the selenite. You can also leave it on the top of your deck when you're done with it, and it will just automatically cleanse for the next time before you're ready to read again. Let's see. And then as far as how you do your readings, I am very much about, when I do my readings, for example, I will just shuffle and let the cards fall where they may as I ask questions. There, you know, and kind of like that. Once something pops out, then I just put it down. It was meant to come out for whatever reason and needs to be read. Some people will shuffle, put those cards back in, and then they go from the top. They go from the bottom. They pick. This is where your intuition has to kick in. There's no right or wrong way to do it. There are just different ways. And whatever appeals to you and works for you is totally fine. So when you're doing that, like I said, you can either take them, whatever lays out, or you can look up different, and I'll go over that in a different video about different spreads and whatnot. You can do a single card reading just for yourself for the day or for someone else. You can do like a 3-card spread for past, present, future. There's the Celtic cross. I mean, there's 1,000 different ways. You can even come up with your own. Honestly, most of the time, especially when I'm doing a reading, if someone's asking specific questions or unless they want a real general reading, I don't usually use a spread. It's not really my thing. I did in the very beginning, many years ago when I first started and first got into it because I was just more technical about it because I didn't know. But now that I have been doing this for so long, it's just a matter of feeling the cards when you're using them. So that's it for today. We're just going to do a little bit at a time as far as different things relating to cards and how to use them, how to read them, how to use your intuition. I'm actually creating an e-course, which is going to be the most comprehensive place that you can go to find out everything technical you want to know about tarot and then how to use that to raise your intuition to the next level. This way you can call in anything you want. You can get the answers. You can pick up vibes. You can read for other people. They've been a huge savior for me for many years to just help me I've been intuitive since birth, but it gives me clarity when sometimes, even as intuitive as we can be, sometimes there's self-doubt for whatever reason. And my cards will always help me to see the bigger picture. So I hope this was helpful for you. You can like, comment, subscribe, please, and let me know what you're enjoying as far as the content on here goes so that I know what to gravitate towards and give you more of. So look out for the next one. It should come out soon. I think the next one may be about the spreads. I'm not quite sure yet. I'll see how it goes. But we'll chat soon. Bye.